Yeah, but it's good.
DTM implies that someone has found their future. They're about to pass off the scene, and they want to leave their legacy behind them, like the good Lord did when he was here. He trained his disciples and he left them, and now we have the gospel. I first heard this terminology, DTM, by Dr. Miles Monroe. And he quoted a text of the Bible that says, and Methuselah lived 969 years, and then he died. It said nothing else about him. Did he just live 969 years? What did he do? It was in 1953 or thereabouts that a young Sir Lyndon Pinling, who had been off in England for 4 years in school consecutively, came back and he sat next to the new managing director, who was an Englishman from Finco. And he was coming back to the Bahamas, and they struck up a good relationship. Many black lawyers had come here before him, and they were bought out by the white oligarchy. So Lyndon came to empty himself on his people. Of course, the new managing director from Finco did not know what was going on, so he promised to send Sir Lyndon, who would set up his own office, some mortgages. He came in and he sent him the first 3 mortgages. And then the oligarchy asked Sir Lyndon to join him like the other black lawyers had done. Sir Lyndon said no, and the mortgages stopped. And because those mortgages stopped, your parents, mine, all of them were able to go off and get education because he wanted to die empty by educating his people. Not only did he do that, at the end of his time in dying empty, at the end of his time, he had produced more than 1,000 accountants in this country where they were not. More than 1,000 lawyers where they were not. More than 1,000 doctors where there were no Bahamians. He died empty.
Gone, man.
And he left us a country. No, majority rule day isn't a political party thing. Majority rule allows you to sit here and brag about being a vice president of a bank, and brag about being a manager of a bank, and brag about having some great position which you could not have. He died empty and he filled us up. So how do you fill yourself up? How do you find your future? You have to read. You have to experience. You have to gain your training from Toastmasters. But a lot of you are looking to the future, and you're looking ahead for the future. The future is not ahead of you, says Dr. Miles Monroe. The future is inside. Oh, God. So you got to look inside. You see, and you have to dig inside of you. Most of the valuable things on this earth you have to dig for. That's what makes them valuable. That gold is $1,800 an ounce because you gotta dig. Diamonds are rare because you gotta dig. Oil is expensive because you gotta dig. Oh, and even the good Lord says, I am with you. I am in you. Greater is he that is in you that's in the world. And so when you dig inside of you, you become valuable. And so your future, young man, is not ahead of you. It is the experiences that are in you. All great ideas in this country and in this world came from inside of somebody. So if you want to find your future, please look inside of you. Now, in looking inside of you, you're going to die. You're only given 10. Politicians in this country and in this region do not name their successors. Nobody wants to pass on what they know. And so when I tell you that story just now about Sir Lyndon, you're all mesmerized. Because he did not pass on and choose his successor to carry on his legacy. And that's what politicians' problems are. They want to stay in power and not share their legacy. And so I say to each of you tonight, if you want to be a mentor, there are three things you must do. One, you must have example. You must live example. You know, my mentor was Bernard Hanna. No Bernard Hanna, no Keith Major in insurance. No Bernard Hanna, no Keith Major speaker. He mentored me. And when I was here at 7:45 tonight, he was here. Wow. He lives and continues to live an example. Past presidents want to come in the meeting late. And they want to mentor people. Past presidents want to make noise. They want to not honor the chair. And bad example. You have to live the example. So the first thing to do is to be an example. The second thing you want to do is engage. You want to engage. The younger members, talk to them openly. Talk to them privately. I talked to David Brown last week, publicly. I said, son, why are you always making noise? You haven't done anything yet. All you need is cut the locks off your hair. What else? Be quiet. Get and complete your manuals and do some things. I engaged them publicly, and then after the meeting, I grabbed them, I hugged them, I say, son, get into the program. You want to mentor people, engage them. And the third thing you want to do in mentoring people, which is emptying yourself, is you want to encourage them. Show them the vision where they can be. As I look in this audience, I do not see President. I see a young man that could be like Sir Lyndon Finland.
Andres.
I tell you, a year ago, I told Anwar Lewis, in College Palatial, I said, come to the meeting early every night.
Yes, sir.
Do not focus on those in the back.
No.
Build your own trail.
Yes.
At the end of the year, one of them was Toastmaster of the Year, and the other was Speaker of the Year. One was the son of a preacher man, the other one was ice cream. But the greatest story I ever met, and you do not know about this story. You do not know about this story. He mentored me, I mentor others. That's why I hang around. You don't know about this story. Amen. President Charlie Bolden, during his campaign, he called me and he said, I have 6 names. I said, you need 7. He said, I have no sergeant at arms. I said, your sergeant at arms? Devon Taylor. He said, why? I said, because one night I was an impromptu chairman. And he came and he did an impromptu icebreaker. And he did Speaker of the Night. Something came out of him. So where's Devon Taylor today? He is a sergeant at arms. Yeah. He gives you great openings. Not only that, he won the club's humorous speech contest. Last week he won the area's speech contest. Yes, I am emptying myself. No, you know the last time I spoke, I named my 5 Paul Barrett. So I'm getting ready to die. So I am emptying myself. And I say to each of you, engage, encourage, and have an example. Because when I've come to last mile, hey, Russ!